It's me! Back with another fantastic video about blocking in forensics. Today we're going to talk about awkward pauses and OO and informative and extemp. Basically awkward pauses in general. Now I tend to be an awkward person, so I use them quite often. But sometimes it's pretty hard to figure out how long each pause should be. And really a lot of it depends on how awkward the pause is, essentially, how awkward the moment is. What level of awkwardness that it calls for. The level of awkwardnity. No, that's a bad one, scratch that, actually. Just the overall awkwardness. So I'm going to teach you different methods. Now first of all, awkward pauses should usually be 3 to 5 seconds long. You should be able to count it out in your head as you're pausing. And secondly, you usually want to look at one person while you're doing it, unless it's an exciting moment, in which case you want to look at multiple people, and then realize they don't get the excitement that you do. So, I'm going to show you an example by doing an excerpt from my speech from junior year. I have been almost everywhere in the United States, from Washington to Alabama, New York to California, Colorado, and everywhere in between. I have even been to Canada once, on accident, but that's a story for another time. But the single, most important thing I have learned in my travels can be summed up with this one statement. We are all potatoes! Hey, this is a very important scientific discovery. I can't believe nobody's documented this before. Judging by the confused faces, I should probably explain before I go any further. Each pause that I did there was 3 seconds long. Now, 5 is a little excessive sometimes, so 3 is usually what you want to mark your awkward pauses by. However, 5 usually works when you're making awkward eye contact and you don't want to break it, and you're just going to stay there silently. If you don't speak after 5 seconds, it gets a little too awkward. But you usually want to just do 5 seconds, because there's a certain amount of awkward that's a little too awkward. I wonder if I've ever achieved that. Anyway. You can use this in a variety of situations by making your audience uncomfortable, pausing after a joke that they probably won't get, but it's funny because they don't get it, or pausing after a really bad joke that they will get and they're going to hate you for. Basically, awkward pauses are used mostly for humorous effect. And so that's all I have in awkward pauses. If you want more, look in the guide to blocking, and if not, goodbye.